Hey there, it's Bobby Legs and welcome to another episode of Bobby Legs Loves Watches. And today, you and I will be taking a look at the anOrdain Model 1. So let's jump into the specs before I give you my thoughts on the anOrdain Model 1. Now, as I measure, we have a 38.4 millimeter case diameter, a 45.5 millimeter lug to lug, 11 millimeter case thickness, and you have a slightly domed sapphire crystal that has 6 layers of anti-reflective coating on it. 18 millimeter lug width. It comes on this. You have an option of many straps to choose from, but this nice little calf leather strap, it looks like, with the quick release feature there, and a nice little buckle with the A for anOrdain adorning it. Stainless steel case, highly polished, a smooth polished bezel, brushed case back that is screwed down. This watch is powered by, according to anOrdain's website, the ETA 2824-2, and they do regulate that in-house. I made special note of that movement, but I'm going to get back to it later on in the video. No screw down on the crown, 50 meter water resistance if I hadn't already mentioned it. The crown is on the thin side, but there is like a little divot here on the case to help you get a grip. And the knurling is fine, so winding it is not a problem. You need to use your nail here on the back. That's the easiest way I found to pull out the crown, and then you could change the time, of course. Let's get this to 12 o'clock because I want to talk about the hands. Now the hands are heat-treated steel hands, treated to a straw-like finish. And let's get that to the 12 o'clock here. I'm going to throw in a lot of outdoor shots here because I'm filming indoors and it's the day and can't seem to get a really good light on this for my taste to portray what the dial really looks like. So like I said, I'll throw in a lot of outdoor shots because that's where it really shines. And so let's get into the dial, which is the start of the show. You have this vitreous enamel dial, and I had to look up what vitreous meant. Sorry. It is glass-like, so it does give that appearance that it's a glass-like finish. They're created by their in-house enamelers, who that's what their sole job is. According to their site, they have years and years experience, and it takes 12 hours to make a dial. You have 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 adorning with batons for the other hour markers. There's no lume on this watch. It's a true dress watch. At top here, you have printed anOrdain on the dial, and in the bottom, vitreous enamel. You do have a minute track on the outer edge of the dial, and it is noted every 5 minutes, so 5, 10, 15, 20, and so forth. And the dial, when you see it in person, is it is breathtaking. This is the postal red. They come in different colors, and they have fume versions, which are a little more, will cost you a little bit more. Now this costs right here around 1,200 euros if you get it through anOrdain, and snapshot in time, whatever that means, your conversion into dollars. The fume version of this, and I'll throw in a couple pictures here, is a little pricier. It's actually a significant price increase, over 500 euros to around 1750. Now, having said that, if you're in the United States, you can pick up one of these anOrdains for a relatively good price if you go to moma.org. And if you become a member, so they're listed for MSRP for like $15.75. If you're a member, you can get it for $14.17 for $1,417. And if it's your first purchase on the website, you can get it for an additional 20%. That's how I believe I read it. So you may want to check for yourself. So that will leave you this watch costing around just over $1,100. And that it also includes free shipping that first purchase. So if you really like this watch and or a variation of the dial color, and you're in the States, go to momo.org for sure. And you know, they may have them in stock. I don't know how often they replenish their stock, but you know, some versions are not available. Now, earlier I mentioned that I wanted to talk about the movement. On the MoMA site, it lists that the movement on the watch is a Sellita 200-1. So it may depend on what was available to anOrdain at the time. Again, their website is saying that they have 2824s and they do batch orders. So you may want to check with them if that's an issue for you. It used to be an issue for me, but I've now had plenty of experience with Sellita to feel like they're pretty good movement. I know they're a clone of ETA, but you know, I don't have any issues at this level. You know, at the Sellita 200 and ETA 2824 level. You know, if that Sellita is also, if it's also regulated, even more power to you. I would think they would do that as well at anOrdain to regulate that piece. So now my thoughts on this watch. I really dig the enamel. I think for what you get price-wise, compared to other luxury watches that also have enamel, it is a pretty good deal. I mean, look, it's not at the quality, I would say, of one of those higher end luxury pieces, but you're not talking about too far off though. You know, so if you like that enamel look, but don't want to spend the thousands and thousands of dollars for, like, you know, a Breguet or one of those kind of luxury watches, that brands that have enamel dials or use enamel dials in some of their models, this may be an option for you. Now you need to know that this doesn't have any lume. This is for all intents and purposes a nice little dress watch here, and it fits great on my wrist. So I will put it on. I would definitely recommend, if you're in the United States, to buy it through MoMA, because I think, and if they have the color that you like available, you know, go for it for sure. I think I want to see a Fume dial version of this though. In the pictures, it looks amazing and beautiful. To me, I think it would be worth stepping it up in price. But I would have to see it in person just to make sure, of course. Now the red is very, very bold. And again, I'm gonna throw in a lot of outdoor shots here. So for me personally, it's a little too bold, but it might be right up your alley. I'm more of a gray or blue-green kind of color scheme kind of watch guy. So for me, that would work. But this is no doubt a very beautiful watch. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think of anOrdain and the enamel watches. And I will see you guys in the next video.